Okay, so we're having some slight personal arrangement issues. Because I somewhat rearranged the garage slightly, this whole studio section got pushed down that way. So we're trying to find the right way for things to look and have it look like a studio set and not some poor quality electrics. But it's there and it does the job, and I don't want to unplug it right now. So I'm not going to worry about that, and that's just the way that it is. So for those of you wondering why you have a view of the surge protector, that's what's going on. Mm-hmm. It's Friday. Mm-hmm. There isn't a thing that you or I or anybody else can do about it. It's Friday. It's Friday right now. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
That my poor little baby's getting his teeth done.
Oh yeah, he had bad teeth. So Finney's at the kitty dentist getting kitty teeth removed. The kitty dentist.
Yes, and Sadie wants the gross teeth afterwards. So yeah.
I don't know. What does she do with them?
She lets them sit in peroxide until the bacteria is gone and it smells awful. And then, I don't know, makes jewelry out of them or something.
It's very strange.
She's a strange person.
Did I give her dad's golden teeth?
Yes.
My daughter owns my father's gold molars. I wonder what she's going to do with them.
I don't know. I don't even know if she might have done something with them already.
Oh, it's a lot of gold to do something with. Dental gold ain't nothing. Mm-hmm. Remind me, I'll ask her what she did with them. Mm-hmm. In any case, it's Friday. We're doing a video. Hopefully it's going to be a good one for you. I'm going to put my effort into it. We have at least 3 segments. I think I have 3 segments lined up for today's video. So counting wrist check, that would make 4. So let's look at our watches. Okay.
Okay, this is a pillow of my sweet baby Finny, who is...
Currently, that's not actually the cat. That's just a pillow of the cat. But that's what he looks like. He's busy getting his teeth done.
Yes. Well.
Oh, wow. You're wearing the Omega. Mm-hmm. Oh, isn't that a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful watch? I love that watch. They're so nicely made and they're so undervalued. 1968, I think, on this Omega. Solid stainless monocoque case. Automatic and hand winding. I think it's a caliber 505. Really nice. And I am wearing a 62 MAS. This is from, I think, May 66. It's all original loom and everything else like that. It's a lovely watch. I think it'd be very hard to upgrade this in terms of originality and condition. Cool. Okay, let's hope for Finny. Okay, and we're back. What?
Nothing.
Oh.
Okay, mail call from whenever we did it last.
I forgot to separate these by video, so they're all just gonna be mail call questions.
I'm sorry, so I can't tell you what video they're from.
Well, I do know that the big long question is about a 6105-8119 restoration that was done last week or the week before.
Okay, whatever.
Top question?
I was yawning.
Oh.
Neil Sengupta.
Hi, Neil.
Well done on 20K to both of you. Rewatch Andor. We will eventually. I have to not watch things for a while, so I kind of forget. And then I watch them again, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, we watched, because what we did is we watched, did we already tell you all this?
Probably.
Well, we watched the beginning of Andor, and then years went by, and then we watched the second thing of Andor, the second season, and we're like, we need to go back and watch the beginning. It was actually her idea, and so we went back as soon as we were done with season 2 and started over from season 1 and watched the whole thing through, and it was, that actually that was a rewarding experience, because a lot of stuff from the first season that we didn't really get or didn't understand the impact of, we got after we watched the second season and went back. It's definitely, it's some of the most complete storytelling in Star Wars. Star Wars tends to be really kind of comic booky, but Andor is not that. Anyway, that's my opinion.
Dennis ALG 1171. Nice work as always.
Oh, thank you.
I'm guessing this is from Watch.
A restoration video?
I sometimes
no, this is from the 6105-8119 video.
Okay, so it wasn't from mail call. I sometimes wonder if Willard 6105 was the same as Uemura's 6105. They both had the 8110 or whatever, but I wonder if the X was the same for both or different. There are some photos of them wearing their respective watches. Maybe you can make sense of who is wearing what if you have the time, or maybe the info is already out there and I could not find it. If they were different, maybe we could have a true Willard and a true Uemura, like we have a true Pogue and Colonel Pogue 6139. Thanks again for sharing your work and these watches with us.
I think the biggest challenge, okay, so I had to, here, why don't I put in a quick segment, let me talk about who this gentleman Uemura was, because actually when I read this comment, I didn't know who he was. So I had to go do some research. So let's look at that really quickly, and then we'll come on and go back to the next question. Okay. So here we go. We are learning. We're going to learn together. So something I did not know is that there was a Japanese explorer in the 70s, and from 74 to 76, there we go. Japanese adventurer Naomi Eemura in the years 1974 to 76, when he completed a 12,000 kilometer solo dog sled run from Greenland to Alaska. So I can say for sure that, well, I can't say for sure. Definitely it was a resist. 74, 76, it was going to be a resist. It would have had a type 2 crystal. Being that he's Japanese, it would have been an 8110, because unless he happened to buy one in North America for some reason, which I don't think he would have done. There he is. There's the gentleman doing his thing. Wow, he climbed to the top of Denali. That's pretty crazy. Age of 29, Count Mount Kilimanjaro. The commemorative watch echoes the design of the 1970 original, but thoroughly modern in execution. Pattern dial evokes the mountainous terrain that Uemura so loved. Dial and bezel are blue tons of the earth, upper atmospheric layers that only those who like him have been to the roof of the world can see, or if you've flown in an airplane. I don't know, it's pretty neat. It's not crowned at 4. You'll notice it's crowned at like 4:15 or something else like that, and they've got a date down here rather than the date at 3. I like the handset. I wish they didn't do round-topped hands like this. I wish they were nice and flat. This doesn't look bad. I'd like to see one in hand. Okay, so it goes to 200 meters. I guess it's more than 150. Comes with a blue silicone strap, and I guess it comes with a bracelet. And it's an 8L35 movement. This is an expensive watch. Limited edition. SLA 049. I've never seen one. I've never had anybody ask me about them. Not that I would give them a good answer. I'm sure I've glazed over them. But any case, long story short, if you want the original, just get a 74 through 76. Would be really cool is to see his. Watch, his be from March 1974 and have a 3-slot crown. Wouldn't that be cool? But we don't know. Any case, cool.
Oops. Dr. Tixon. I don't know if it's supposed to be doctor or DR or whatever, but I like saying doctor.
Doctor, well, you know, he's got it in his title.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful tuna watch. Also, you are wearing a very nice 6138, Spencer. How long have you owned it? Have you done a video? Oh, wait. Okay, there's just two different things. So.
Okay, so on the first thing, yes, on that 6138, that is the pandas from Addis Ababa. I made a whole video segment on them. But I'm going to get that watch out. I've got 2 pandas here. We'll look at them side by side.
Mine?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yours. Why not? Should I do that now? And then we'll do the second half of this question?
Actually, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Okay, so let's look at some 6138s.
Yeah.
I have not one, but 2 pandas. Well, actually, 1 panda is Sabrina's. There's Sabrina's panda. And here's mine. July 77. September 77. These were made only a couple of months apart. interesting how these dials patina. It's one of the things that's up with these pandas, these 6138s, is you get a wide range of dial patination on these. Hang on a second, let me show you something. Here's some examples, but here's one of the cool examples. This dial, talking about reproduction dials, this dial's a reproduction. That's not genuine, but the quality's getting really good. The only way that you can, there's two ways you can tell. One, lumen's the wrong color. It's like a little greenish, darkish, and that the applied Seiko logo is kind of round topped. The edges are a little blurred over. If you look at a genuine dial, this is a damaged patinaed one, but if you look at that Seiko, the applied Seiko logo is absolutely flat. Here's an original dial that shows, hang on. Here's an original dial that shows the patination that these are capable of. That's an entirely original dial. I'm looking at that applied Seiko logo. You can kind of see how the top is a little rounded and blurry right there as the light passes over it, versus this applied Seiko logo, it's just flat. Still though, the reproductions are getting really good. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Look at this. This is the copper patina. Crazy dial. Anyway, there they are. Okay, and we're back from looking at those 6138s.
Yes. Have you done a video on spotting fake Seiko dials, especially the 6139, 6005, and 6002? There has been a lot of discussion on several Facebook groups on what is real and what is fake.
I have I have more than a couple fake dials, 6139 dials. The only modern one I have is one of the silver dials. I do have it. Why don't I make another segment? I'll pull that dial out and we'll look at it. So, this right there is a new aftermarket dial. These are the 6139 6002s. Resist marked, if I remember correctly. Yep, resist marked. Here is a genuine resist dial, but a blue. I don't have a silver. If I had an original silver dial sitting around like this, it'd be in a watch. But biggest things you see, the text is really thin, lightly printed. The subdial registers are not quite as deep, and they're flat to the plane. They're not dished down any. You can actually see this subdial kind of dishes in like a little bit of a bowl, if you can just imagine that. This one doesn't do that. The biggest thing, there's two other huge things. One, it's that applied Seiko logo. Do you see how the edges are kind of rounded? There, you can really see. Versus this, the applied logo is absolutely flat. Knife edge, just sharp as anything. Total mirror finish. Lastly, this is going to be hard to see. The lume on these aftermarket dials is really, there's no grain to it, and it has a semi-gloss or gloss finish to it, and it's flat. You can look at the profile. See how it's kind of flat? It's supposed to be sort of mounded up and sit up a little higher. If you look at the height of the markers, and it has a deeper grain with just a slight off-white look to it. It's just a nice original dial. I've had this for a really long time. I don't even know where I got this from. Someday. But it only goes, this goes for a 6139 6009 resist notch. That's what this is for. What's the date on this dial? There it is. February 1970. I wonder what happened to the rest of the watch. I bought so much stuff over the years, watchmakers' estates and parts lots and everything on eBay. Many years of that. A lot of this stuff, I don't know where it came from. It almost looks to me like it was a service dial, but it doesn't look like it was ever used. But I don't know if I'm right. In case. There you go. So if I wanted to use this dial, if I was going to use this dial, I would replace that Seiko logo. The pins are in the same place. Should be able to swap that right out. I'm not sure what to do with the lume. You can see how reflective it is right there. I don't know. I don't know. If I had to use this dial, I'd probably relume it. Maybe I wouldn't. Who knows? Maybe I'll build a watch one of these days. Build myself a silver dial. I've owned enough, but there you go. Okay.
John Boy of Alaska.
Hello, Mr. Boyarski.
I have seen some of those old winders with pins in them. I have an old Marshall.
He's asking about mainspring winders. These are tools that allow you to take the uncoiled mainspring and coil it up again and put it back into the mainspring barrel. There's a couple different ways that they can be made. Some of them are single direction only, where you have to have a left-handed one or a right-handed one, depending. The one I use just has a single pin, and so it will do both directions simultaneously. He's commenting about this.
Okay. I have seen some of these old winders with pins in them. I have an old Marshall set of aluminum winders. They had pins. In fact, one pin broke and I was able to easily replace the pin with another made from a piece of steel wire, just a cylindrical pin. It catches in both directions.
Yeah, I really like having... I'm just used to the pins, of the idea of having left-handed winders versus right-handed winders. I understand what the purpose is. It certainly would make getting the... Because they have sort of a ramp on one side, so you just put it down and ramp it and it goes click, and it's very easy. Kind of a pain in the ass for what I do, because I have to get in there and I have to hunt with a X-Acto knife blade to catch the hole, to get it down on the shaft, over the pin, but it works in both directions. I think the most important thing is to have a tool that you're good at using, that you're used to working with, because that means you're going to be less prone to make a mistake.
Steve Gavin 3327. Blackadder is 40 years old now, very acceptable at the time and proud to be British. I think it's funny. I can't pick a season I like more, or series, you guys call them series, that I like more than another one. They're all really funny.
I love Blackadder. Well, when we watched it again relatively recently, I hadn't actually seen it for probably 15, 20 years. And so in your memory, you make stuff to be more complete than it actually is. And there's lots of stuff that you just gloss over. And then I watched it again, and I was just like, I had to remind myself that they were filming a stage play. That is what it was in every single way. They built a stage, they had a stage, all their stuff, they had their blocking in their direction, and they had cameras watching the whole thing. And it was interesting. Blackadder is just so smart. And I always really enjoyed it. Okay.
Well, that's it for me, and I guess this is actually the end of the video because he already put the segments in, so...
Even though I haven't yet filmed them.
So hopefully they were very long, so you got a very long video. I just don't have anything else to...
Really add. You're just focusing... We had to go to Home Depot today, and she got stuff to finish her Dimetrodon. So she's doing a giant Dimetrodon statue.
I can send the picture, and you can put it in. Or not. There he is.
There's your Dimetrodon. Exciting stuff. Okay, people. That's about it. Anything from you?
No, goodbye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching, by the way.